Hey, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Bird Brain 66 with your host. He's Andy Teague over there on my right. I'm Brian Bretsch, I guess, on my left, however that works out. But we're excited today because this is a set that we've been wanting to talk about for a while. It's the 2001 Archives set. Andy, you've done quite a bit of homework on the archives, the fan favorites, whatever the heck it's called, and it's changed its names several times. Tell us a little bit about the history of the archives/fan favorites.
Well, it kind of took off in 1983 when Topps put out the 1952 reprint set, and then they came along in 93, 94 with the 53 and 54 reprint set, and they didn't call it reprint when they brought it back in those forms. It was called the archive set. And then they did some 4 quad bazooka type cards also in the 90s. And then in 2001, they shifted and called it, that went back to archives, and it stayed that way until 2005. This continued it for a while, and then it came back again in 2012 and has been around ever since. But I like the idea behind it, and I think it's great for younger collectors or new people that are new to collecting, because it gives you opportunity to get some cards that you probably may not be able to afford and not be able to find easily. So then you get some good Hall of Famers, and then some questionable cards that we will discuss here in just a second. Yes, fabulous Lou Brock in the 79, great card. So go ahead, Brian. What are your impressions of this set?
Well, you had mentioned this earlier before we recorded. So there's 28 Cardinals in the team set. I like it for several reasons. This has been one of my all-time favorite sets. And to your point, when you first kicked it off, I mean, here is a guy who may not necessarily be a fan favorite. I'm reading Ball 4 right now, so he's the pitching coach for the Seattle Pilots. But what's really cool about this is if you look at the back of the card, it is card number 309. This would have been a 1959 Topps card. So this one's going to be a little bit more pricey, but Sal happens to be in this set. And then
he's
the other
pitcher
one
throughout his career too, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. And this one is also one that I'm really excited about because it's in 1972. This is considered a high number. Jim Maloney, and for whatever reasons, this was one of the more difficult cards for me to obtain to finish the 72 set. So
along with the team card, by the way.
Exactly, yeah, that one was the last one that I purchased to finish off the 72 set. But that's what's enjoyable about this is they take a look back at several different era of cards, the Brock being the 79 Topps. So again, with 28 cards in it, to your point, Andy, I like it because there's superstars in there. There's a couple of high numbers that you wouldn't find in the original set, and I just appreciate the thought process that went through it and the variety of players. What's your take on it?
Well, just so people kind of get an idea of it, it's I got the Shandy's card here from 52, fabulous card, but I also have the original. So as you can see, you're getting basically the same card other than the fact that it's stamped with archives on it. And then I was fortunate enough, for whatever reason, I usually just bought team sets, but I actually bought some packs and was fortunate enough to actually get this card also out of a pack with, red autograph. So I was, lucky to get that. But just so you can see, 52 Shandy's, we're going to run you north of $100 now in mint condition, so that you can get a mint condition Shandy's 52 card for a couple bucks out of the archive set. That's what I like about it for younger collectors and people new to the hobby. And especially a card like this, as everybody probably knows, this out of the 59 set, this is the gold standard out of the 59 set. So this card could run you anywhere from probably $300 on up, just depending on the condition of the card.
So, yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of great selection on rookies in this set, by the way, as well. As we go back to Mr. Flood out of the 58 set there.
One of my all-time favorite
Like what
cards.
they did with, I like what they did with the cards where they had multiple players on them when they were first released, like Carlton there.
Yeah, he was on with Fritz Ackley on the 65 card. I think Fritz came over in a trade because if I'm remembering right, I think he's got pinstripes, so he might have been
Yep.
acquired from the Yankees.
So to get people an idea of that too, like here's Hernandez, you're getting the same photo, it's just enlarged on its own card. So, you know, and this is the Topps mini 75. So it just so people don't, you know, get fooled by what's going on with that card, but that's a little bit smaller in size.
Yep, and you've got yours graded, which is always, you know, a bonus. I know
By sheer accident, I happen to buy that thing. So not normally do unless it's something really rare or expensive. So
yeah, you and I talk about that. We're not really into the graded cards. I think overall I may have 30 of them, and a lot of times it's just because I happen to be looking for somebody and it goes at a really, really good price. You're talking about rookies again. Love this. This is another split card with Hungarian Al Rabowski. So
if we're talking about rookie cards, well, here's a rookie card for everybody that probably doesn't think it's a rookie card, but Mr. Musial out of the 58 set, because that is actually his first Topps card. So just so everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get the full span because they're stand on his last card, it's 63 set. And the cool thing about this set is you actually get 4 Musial cards in this particular set. And you probably have, oh, there we go. And love the one with Willie Mays, because anytime you get not just the players where they stick the photos on separately, but when the players are actually together in the card, like the Mantle and Boyer and things of that nature.
Right.
Type of cards.
And we've talked about this on different segments that you and I like it because we do get knocked by people saying, well, you don't have all the superstars. And I'm like, well, I've got a Mays, I've got a Mantle, I've got a Yastrzemski, I got a Williams, because they all happen to be paired with Cardinal players. You and I collect the leader cards, which is, again, how you get some of the other superstars on here. But anyway, yeah, I love the set. We talked about Brock. Here's another one that's in here. So here you were mentioning Hall of Famers. Here's
yeah. And excuse me. And the other good thing is there you go. You got cards all the way up into the 90s.
Yep.
Particular set. So how about this card? You know, love this guy pitching for the Cardinals.
Yep. Hall of Famer now.
Yep, exactly. So a good thing for everybody. If you're again new to this, another great card of the White Rat there.
Another Hall of Famer. So I mean, again, This is when you stop and think about it. Yes, and you know, Whitey doesn't appear on many cards, so to have him appear in this archive set is awesome. I mean, just totally great. I'm continuing to thumb through here.
And I'm going to jump ahead for a second too. Just in the one of the future archive sets, we actually have our GM featured on a archive, Walt Jocketty.
Yep.
So that's pretty impressive. If you can get a card as a GM. So I just wanted to point that out to folks too. But a lot of great cards in this set, and highly recommend it. And any other favorites of yours out of this? And you get 3 Gibsons in here as well.
Yep. Well, I'll show 2 right in a row. Another rookie card. So another one now that seems to be going up in price. Again, sorry about the glare because I haven't taken it out of the individual plastic sheet. So that's what the glare is. But love this Tim McCarver card. Also, too, to let everybody know, it shows the original card number. Oops, wrong way there.
That's a good point, Brian, because a lot of times when they do these sets later on, when they get inserts of the, maybe the 59, Gibson or something, it doesn't feature the original back on it. So that's what's really cool about these. You get to see the original back on the cards.
And this one too. I love Lindy McDaniel, but I also love the 1957 set as a whole. It ranks up there as one of my top 5 team sets of all time. Just love that look. Love the back of it. Again, there's the original number on the back, and then somewhere either on the side or here, they've got it renumbered because they only produced 450 of these. So Lindy McDaniel, love that. But to your point, yes, I mean, we're getting cards from the 50s all the way through the 90s another Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah.
Slaughter, another Hall of Famer.
Oh, the Wizard, yeah. Glad you pulled him out.
Another great one here. I love these highlight cards.
Those are one of my favorite, even though, they didn't win the World Series, but that particular set of World Series cards is really cool when they had the newspaper headlines.
So there's your other Gibson. So you get two Gibsons in the World Series stuff.
Yep.
Love that. And then
I apologize. There's actually 4 Gibsons in there because you get his rookie and his last card in there as well with the 75.
Yeah. And then this one is great because here we're talking about the hitting leaders. And who do we see on here? But we see Ken Boyer. So we get yet another Cardinal Hall of Famer. But on here we have the great Ernie Banks. We have Hammer and Hank. And we have Eddie Matthews. So this is a 1961 Topps card, look and feel of the home run leaders from 1960. So yes, one of my all-time favorites, and out of all of the archives, except for probably the 52 archive set, this one, I don't know, I probably even rank this one ahead of it just because of all the Hall of Famers in it, all the great rookie cards. It's got the same look and feel, like you said, on the front and the back. And then in small print, either on the side of the card or underneath it, you can see how they've renumbered it, one of 450 different cards. But I say it's a must to, no matter what team you're a favorite of. There's so many superstars, so many rookies in this entire 450 card set. But the Cardinal one, I'm extremely pleased with this set. So kudos to Topps on this one.
Yep, definitely.
So anyway, that's it. Any other ones in there that you want to showcase yourself?
No, I think we did a pretty good job with that. But what I want to do is I want to pull this off my board back here real quick. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Bader for being a stand-in substitute PE teacher recently in Clayton. So one of my favorite current Cardinals, and I got to give him a shout out because my wife's a teacher. So great job, Harry. Appreciate that. And plus, I love these cards too. I don't know, but I know they're giant, but kind of an archive as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is, because it's got the look of the 58 team on it.
Actually, matter of fact, that is an archive card. What am I talking about? That's one of the newer archives cards, but they have the recent players in the
right.
Yeah,
in that look and feel.
Yeah, so it gets kind of confusing at times between that and some of the heritage stuff, but
yeah. And for all of you who, if you pay attention to our shows, Andy's constantly changing his background.
Haven't done it in a while, but probably in the next one there'll be some new stuff in the back there. But I like to keep the old usual 6-finger glove and stuff like that in the first ad for the top set and stuff on there. But
me, nothing too overly exciting except in the one corner over here where my finger is now pointing to, touching. Yeah, that's Ozzie Smith on his last day holding 2 of his kids' hands as he's walking around thanking the crowd. But nope, that's what I'll be working on here soon. I'm changing my background, have a little bit more cool background with some Cardinal memorabilia. I got tons of it. It's just a matter of moving it around.
Exactly. So, yes.
Alrighty, well, cool. Well, I love this particular show. It was concise, quick, lots of good information. The only thing, I'll leave you with one other question, Andy, before we depart. Any music reference here that we need to make before we close out?
Let me see. For this particular set, 2001. What was going on in 2001? I can't even. You caught me off guard on that one, and I'm
right.
At loss. What's that?
2001 is a good year for me, and I focus a lot on 2001 because that's the year that my youngest was born. So I have.
There you go.
A lot of 2001 cards in.
See, that's better than a music reference. So. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Van Halen was in between singers again. There you go.
There you go. That's right.
They were getting. They were either. They're in the process of bringing Sammy back one more time before. So there you go. There's your music reference.
Thank you. All right. Well, our show is complete now.
Yes.
Anyway, Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining this episode of Bird Brain 66. Hey, do us a favor, check us out and follow us on Twitter at BirdBrain66. Follow us on Facebook. Hey, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We've got some bigger things coming here in the upcoming weeks on how we're going to get more information out to you, make it easier for you to find us as well. Don't want to give away any of our secrets, but
in case we're too stupid to figure it out too soon. There you go.
There you go. But anyway, I am Brian Bretsch. Thanks for joining. And you are?
Andy Teague on the other side of you somewhere. There you go.
Somewhere. That works. All right. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Thanks.